Morning. Welcome back to the channel. Now then, it's Thursday morning. We got the potatoes all set Saturday afternoon, and yeah, had Sunday off, and then Monday we decided to go fertilizer spreading on the spring barley and the spring oats, but that didn't go too well. So you've just seen a picture there. A gear had snapped inside the gearbox as I was going along down the field. So my PTO was spinning round, but my discs wasn't spinning round. Luckily I didn't go too far and didn't have fertilizer all over the place, so I shut it off. And yeah, we got back to the yard, stripped it down. And yeah, the gear just snapped directly in half, and the keyway was like a Z shape when it should be flat. So it's almost like that when I started the PTO, it was snapping the spreader into gear, and it wasn't like starting it slowly and then spinning up to revs. Yeah, this is the second year in a row we've had a problem with the spreader, but we went and got the gearbox yesterday. We've been waiting on parts, and yeah, she's back together. Now then, just trying to get organised ready for today. So got just loading the trailer up with bags of fertiliser, because we're going to head over to farm 2 when it dries up a bit. It's real damp this morning, a bit of a frost as well, so we're going to head over to farm 2 because the majority of the spring, well, we've got nearly the whole farm, like I said in the previous video, is spring oats. So we've got to go over there and put some fertiliser on them. So just loading this trailer up. Dad is he's in the workshop. He's making a gate up for in between the water tank and that shed, because we normally just put a cultivator or something in the way, but we're going to have a gate across there because the whole back of the yard is open. Even though there's cameras and floodlights all up here, somebody can just drive through there and drive in there. So he's making that out of scrap bit of metal basically that we got in the yard, and I'll show you that in a bit. I've got to put the sprayer on the 60/30 because we should have the agronomist coming round today. You can't see me in here. Should have the agronomist coming round today because we should be spraying the next fungicide on the wheats and on the winter barleys, but we've got to put some nutrition on the spring oats and spring barley, spring beans first. You got it? You got all that? So we dropped the potato planter off the other day. Dad cleaned it all out while I cleaned the fertiliser spreader out of the hopper. So we made a bit of room there and plonked that there. We've actually got to get the beet harvester out, the little self-propelled Italo 1-row beet harvester, because someone's interested in it, but I just want to get some of this fertiliser out of the way first, because we'll never get it out otherwise. But we need to get the fertiliser out of the way because it's actually slumped and gone against this tin on the back. So yeah, it's just all gone that way. So yeah, we'll get some of this loaded up and we'll get this moved out of the way.
Ooh, that could do with something.
A million cables.
Right, just going to give it a grease and run some water through it, and yeah, should be good to go for either today or the weekend.
Right, so I'm only just leaving the yard. It's 1:45. As I was greasing the sprayer up, cast my mechanical eye over the sprayer. I noticed this. Now then, that is a picture of the main pin that holds one of the main sections of the boom, the first section of the boom on the back of the sprayer. It actually just cracked in half, so the nut was loose, so I went to go and tighten it up, and the whole thing was spinning. So yeah, it had cracked right on where the grease nipple is, right dead centre of that pin. So we put a bolt in that now, and we'll order the right part probably tomorrow. I'll need to have a look at the parts book. We'll order two, have one of us spare, and then another bolt would come out on the steering ram, which then that was holding a pin in. So just tap that back round and put another bolt in there. Yeah, but got the gearbox back on this spreader yesterday, like I was saying. This will be the first time in the field since we got it back on, and we had to have a new PTO as well, because the original PTO, it was seized onto the gearbox. Yeah, just everything just seems like we're mending something at the moment, which I think, yeah, it happens like that. It happens like that sometimes. But
Here she is, look. Looking alright. It needed. We had 15 mil of rain the other day, and that's done it a world of good. We put this into spring barley because there's a black grass problem in this field. The bottom end there just needs some manganese and some of this stuff. So yeah, we'll get on it.
See this bit here where there's a bit of a dip here, it just needs a bit of feed really, nothing wrong with it. It just turned a bit yellow. This end probably went in a bit deeper with the drill as well because it's a bit black. So yeah, this should do it some good. Okay, so we've just had a word with the agronomist, and now me and Dad have come over to farm 2, which is where all the oats are, and it is where we broke down Monday afternoon. So I'm just slipping back to where I stopped abruptly with the fertilizer spreader. So yeah, pleased with them, as you can see. So we are chucking on 150 kilograms a hectare, going 16 kilometers an hour, 1700 revs, and about 490 on the PTO. And yeah, this is the first dose of nitrogen that the oats are having. It'll have another one, probably at about 120 kilograms a hectare, and that's all they need. Like the winter wheats and the winter barleys, you need to go through them 3 times, but the oats only need to go through about twice. So, and the wheat you get after oats, yeah. We're pleased with it all down Blackbush, down the home farm. So yeah, hopefully get a rain tonight. It talks of a bit of rain, but not as much as what there was the other day. So we're using the T6 180, as you can see. Let me just turn the camera. We're on the joystick, and I've got no GPS engaged or anything because it's all tramline. But the good thing about this is the spool valves is on the joystick, so I can open and close the fertilizer spreader just from the joystick, and not having to use a handle. And yeah, I just think it's nice. You change up gear just by nudging it forward, change down gear, nudging it back. But yeah, it's nice joystick. field of spuds just there. Looks like they've gone in nice. And here we are now. But I think I'm going to end the video here. I have got one field of spring barley left to do, and then I might go back on the wheat, and I think Dad's going to go spraying tomorrow, and then whether I go spraying or yeah, I think I might go spraying at the weekend. Easter spraying. Whew. Right, thank you very much for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you like it, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see more, if you want to get notifications when the videos come online. So yeah, hit the like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you again for the next one. Thank you. Ta.